Going to be a quick tutorial on vines and roses for cake decorating. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is that cake decorating is fun. It's an art form. You want to have fun doing it. And usually if you're doing it, you're making it for somebody who you hope will enjoy it. I know that's where I'm at with it. For the purposes of instruction, I'm putting this on a piece of parchment paper. This is just an example. You can go with whatever color of roses you prefer. I always like vines are fun. They're easy to set up, kind of that background. Now, just as a general rule of thumb for me, I like to just make a little, almost like a heart with a vine. It's not the best heart in the world. It's not have to be perfectly symmetrical. Really, asymmetrical stuff actually makes it a little more unique and creative. Because otherwise it looks like something they popped out of the factory. This is a number 2 tip. Usually you want to kind of set your vines down before you get your flowers out. Otherwise it's kind of hard to get under them to get it all set up. Now, unlike that first example, which was the little white roses, we're going to do red roses on a piece of parchment paper. Go ahead and make your base. You want a nice big wide base. The tip we're using for roses is a 104. This is a rose nail. They're wonderful, awesome. Your rose tip should have a wider part on it. You want to put that as your base. It's always going to be pointing down while we make these things. So just go ahead, squeeze some out, make a nice little rose center. And then what you're going to do, just go down to the base with that wide part and make a nice big arc up. You want to go back to that other side of the end, arc up. Just keep repeating it, keep making those nice big arcs. It'll give that flower a little more variation in the petals. And see, once we've got a nice big rose with a lot of different petals, I'm just going to go ahead and slide it down to the center. Now again, if you are decorating your cake with this, you can either slide it off the parchment paper onto your cake, or you can also get scissors and pick it up. Those are fabulous, fabulous tools. Now, since we have the big rose, we want to make a few little ones. They don't have to be perfectly symmetrical again. Just find a spot that you like. Start at one end, kind of go across, and then end. And just kind of place them here and there. Kind of make the eye wander a little. And as an option, if you'd like, you can also put a couple smaller rosebuds here and here, a little bigger than these. We're not going to do that right now, but just as an idea. If you prefer different colors besides the red, you can go pink, yellow. It's a great idea for holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. Be a nice little thing to show somebody you've learned how to make roses for them. This tip's a 353. Kind of has a triangle sort of feel to it. Just take it to the rosebud base and kind of ripple it a little, and it'll make some nice leaves. And then once you're done with that, you also want to kind of put some leaves here and there, because not every vine is going to have a rose growing from it. Just give it a little bit creativity here. Yes, creative, creative, creative. And then around the rose base, especially if you're working with red and green, they're complementary colors. So they kind of give each other a little bit of a boost. They can pop out a little more. I like to surround mine. It's like you can never escape. Whoa. No. And then, while we have the green in the number 2, I feel like if you are making this for somebody, go ahead and encase their name in the middle of the roses. So we could go ahead and write a quick little happy birthday here. Also, another good use for parchment paper is to practice your writing. Some people are naturally talented, fabulous handwriting. Some people are not. So let's go ahead, happy birthday. Most people will make one for their mom. I know I do. It's always fabulous. And then again, if you want to take other colors and write that happy birthday, or maybe your mom's favorite color is blue, you can go ahead and make blue roses. And this is just a generic idea you can do for your roses and for a nice happy birthday, or in this case, well, happy birthday or a Mother's Day surprise, I guess, if we wanted to get rid of this. But I hope you learned something and it helped out. Have a nice day.